All right, today we are going to learn the final way of solving quadratic equations that we're going to cover in this class. So this way is honestly the best way because it works every single time. You just have to know how to do it correctly. So this way is called the quadratic formula. So you've probably heard of it before, but it looks like this. So it may look intimidating, but we can do it. As soon as you learn it, you can really get it down. So this is an important formula to memorize for the rest of high school because you can use it pretty frequently. My little sister, she's an architect, and she says she even uses it when she does like her architecture math. So I am going to post this other video, but I have videos of teachers singing songs about it. I'm going to try to make a TikTok of me singing a song about it too. So I'll post those later as well. So using the quadratic formula, we are going to use it to solve this equation, to find its solutions. So make sure your equation equals 0, and then identify what your a, b, and c are. So this is my invisible 1, and then b is 4, c is negative 16. So we are going to plug all of that into this equation. So this time instead of x, it's going to be k equals. So this will be k equals negative b. So it'll be negative 4 plus or minus the square root. Make sure you do your b in parentheses like we were practicing last week. So b squared minus 4 times a is 1 times c is negative 16 all over 2a. And a is 1. So we are going to type this into that calculator that we were just practicing with. So I'm going to pull up the calculator. So this is why I wanted you to use the fraction button. So you're going to click the fraction button, and then we are going to type this in. So it'll be negative 4, and then you can't do a plus and a minus at the same time. So you're going to do them one at a time. So you're first going to do plus the square root of 4 squared minus 4 times a, which is 1, times c, which is negative 16. Oop. So make sure you use those parentheses. And then on the denominator, we have 2 times 1. So right away, it tells you what one of our solutions is. So I'm going to say, let's round to the hundredths place. So we're going to keep 2 numbers after the decimal. So in my answer, I'm going to have 2 different answers. So one answer I'm going to have is the positive 2.47. So we're going to write 2.47. But then we also need a second answer. So because we have a plus and a minus, we have to do both. So we're going to go back to our calculator, and instead of a plus sign here, I'm now just going to delete it and put a minus sign. And that gives us our second answer. So our second answer is negative 6.47. So we've got negative 6.47. So what that means graphically is one of our solutions is going to be at 2.47 on the x-axis, and the other one is going to be at negative 6.47. So when we have our parabola, it's going to cross through those 2 points. So let's try one more like that. So on this equation, notice it's not equal to 0, so we do need to move this value to the other side. So since it's a negative 2, we're going to do plus 2. So now we've got 3x squared plus x plus 2. So you want to keep it in the order of x squared, x, and then the constant. So this time our a is 3, our b is 1, because there's that invisible 1 here, and then our c is 2. So in that formula, it's the variable this time is x, so it'll be x equals negative b, so negative 1, plus or minus the square root of b squared, so 1 squared minus 4 times a times c, all over 2a. So we're going to get 2 answers again, probably. We actually may get 1 answer, we may get no solution. You never know. So let's try typing it in. So this time we are going to type in this. So you could keep your same equation here. If you want to, you can delete it. So I'm just going to delete it. So you click your fraction button. We've got negative 1. I'm going to do the plus sign first. So plus the square root of parentheses 1 squared minus 4 parentheses 3 parentheses 2 all over 2 times a, which is 3. Oh, so right away it's telling us undefined. So undefined means, well, first I'm going to go back and check to make sure I typed in everything correctly. So it does look like I typed it correctly. So what that means is our discriminant equals a negative number. So you can't take a square root of a negative, so we actually get no solution. If you want, you could check it with the minus sign too, but it's still going to say undefined. So I was wrong. So we're not going to have two solutions. We're actually going to have no solution. So this one is going to have no solution. So that means if you were drawing your parabola, it's never going to cross the x-axis. So it's going to be some parabola, something similar to that, where it has no x-intercepts. So if you'd like to see two more examples, you can watch the next video, or if you would like to just go on to the practice problems, you can try those now.